Hi everyone, and welcome to this Facebook Live. It's all about the alignment, and today we have our beautiful special guest Jen, best life leader, uh, kitty cat lover. She loves the cats. She's amazing with his cats. With we always having a beautiful Max who used to be on these classes sometimes and purring.
Yes. Oh my
And
gosh.
it's such a alignment cat. Like I just like telling the story of Feel Good now.
Ah. Well,
So Jen, so good to have you here.
Espen, thank you so much for inviting me. It's such a joy, such a pleasure to be with you, and to be sharing with everybody. And it's true, I do love cats. I actually love all animals. I am an animal lover. But yeah, I really have a special affinity for kitties. But I just love life. I love spending time with you, Espen. I love interacting with people. I love the feeling of flowing forward deliberately in a space of
Mm,
alignment and really delighting in all that is. Knowing that my experience here in this universe is my creation. And how fun it is to be co-creating with one another. And one of my favorite people to co-create with is you, Espen. You are amazing. And I just appreciate you so much. I love the daily meditations that you're doing. I love that you had a beautiful, just shortly before this broadcast, a bonus edition. And I hear lots of beautiful, positive feedback. I mean, of course, we see it sometimes, in the comments, but sometimes in directly connecting with others, what a positive impact that has made for them. And I love that everything is recorded. So, of course, it's fantastic to be on live. But if that isn't an option, view it anytime that feels good to you. So, yeah, and I love how too we have a couple wonderful areas that we're going to be covering today, and yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Already is.
absolutely, it already is so true, Jen. And I so love in co-creating with you. It's always so special to be to have those conversations with you and expanding and feeling and you always having this beautiful flow of present energy and forward focus always in the space of that and so inspirational for me and for everyone. I'm pretty sure that in that life and everyone who listening and it's a feeling thing. It's always a feeling thing. You can just feel the alignment all the way through and speaking from your own presence, speaking from your own unconditional love. That's such a
Mhm.
beautiful, inspiring, uplifting energy to just be around and feeling to be connected in. So
Oh,
thanks, Jen, for always offering that energy to all of us, and now
oh,
here on this beautiful Facebook Live with me. So thanks.
well, you're welcome. So fun. So fun
So
and so
I
much more to come. Yeah.
and so much more. And since you talk about cats, I just love to hear, because we
Mhm.
talk a little about Zen, like the present energy cats, so they're
Yeah.
always like in that space of their own alignment, just doing their own thing and
Mhm.
enjoying themselves. And then when they feel for cuddling, they do, and they're just like so freeing.
Mhm.
So do you want to expand a little about that for in?
Well, I would love to expand about cats. Oh, I love this for sure. Yeah, I've always been very drawn to cats my whole life. I've always had them, even as a child. We always had them, when I grew up, for sure. And they just resonate very purely with me. I love the independence that they have. I love the purr that they make, the very soothing purr, and I just love how they really from my perspective, they feel and flow in their alignment. You know, they're so loving, and but they're really tuned in to who they are. Right. And if a cat is feeling, you know, it's nap time, and I would like to nap where you can see me, so you can, you know, pet me or gaze upon me, they will. But sometimes maybe they want to just nap somewhere that's a little more private. And, you know, they just do what feels good to them. And I like that. I really, you know, I love seeing that in people as well. I love people who are really tuned into what feels good to them, knowing that that feels good to everybody. Sometimes we get a little bit in the feeling like we should be pleasing others. What could I do to please somebody else? And we disregard our own feelings in that process. When in essence, when we're really tuned into what feels good to us, it showers that beautiful, feel good, aligned energy everywhere.
So true. That's like
Ah,
cats. They do
yeah,
it. They do
yeah,
it naturally.
they
They
do it
just like
naturally. Yeah,
you just like being
yeah,
that, and just
mhm.
follow through with that energy all every single moment.
Yes,
Always having
yeah,
an eye open and always are aware. Still, when you sleep, they are like you can just like feel there when there's something going on. They're just like something going on, and just like very fully aware all the time. Such a
yeah,
beautiful inspiration.
yeah, yeah. And if you have my cats, they're very, very trusting. They'll lay on their back, oh, with not a care in the world, any place, knowing that they are completely loved and they're very safe. And, you know, they'll lay in the middle of the floor. They're like, nobody would ever step on me, you know, because they're very confident in who they are. So, and of course, we always just walk around them or easily. So, yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, cats have enhanced my life a lot, but pets in general do. So
Mm.
does nature. We're surrounded by so many beautiful elements, and that's the best thing we can do for ourselves is really tune into the things that feel good. The
Mm.
beautiful birds. Maybe you love the singing birds outside, or um, maybe you know it's we're not in butterfly season, but sometimes we are. Or maybe you have little squirrels or chipmunks or bunny rabbits that are not pets, but they're part of nature. They're really being and flowing in who they are. They're and you can see the joy that they have, just living and being. And we're just so blessed in every way to have so many beautiful things around us all the time. And when we
I love
are,
that term.
yeah, and when we deliberately tune ourselves to the rightness, the feel goodness that we have within ourselves, more feel goodness comes to us. Always, always, always.
So
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. And, you know, just for an awareness, so often though, we see people who tune themselves to what's wrong with me? What do I need to do better? How could I be better? How, you know, this isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't good enough. And they never really come into their full appreciation of who they really are, and the true purpose and value and meaning of their life, which is to experience joy, to feel your freedom, and to know that expansion is a natural part that comes when you're really tuned in to being yourself and to delighting in all that is. And, you know, to spend time to, you know, really appreciating your rightness, appreciating the beauty that surrounds you, appreciating the potentiality that we're always flowing into, instead of thinking that there's something wrong with us or something that needs to be fixed. You can see where, you know, they're two very different vibrations. One is a beautiful, free-flowing appreciation. The other one as if saying there's something wrong. And, you know, when we're always looking for something wrong or feeling like there's something wrong about us, or we're not right in some way, it just leads to a sense of instability. And it really pulls us apart from who we really are, because God, source, the universe, our inner being, couldn't love us anymore, couldn't appreciate us anymore, couldn't value us anymore, and loves that we're always in a space of becoming, loves us so much that anytime we experience contrast, it's given, right? What we ask for in that moment of contrast, if we experience a shortage, our inner being says, we have that abundance. We've created it for you vibrationally. Come into feeling who you really are. Come into feeling satisfied. Come into feeling good. And this too can be yours, right? Or we're so free, we can hold ourselves apart and keep looking at what's wrong. And that's okay too. Our vortex will continue to be filled. The universe will continue to respond and call to us with that, you know, with what we've asked for. But we won't be able to experience the joy, the satisfaction, the becomingness of all of it unless we allow ourselves to feel good, to, in essence, let ourselves off the hook, to enjoy who we really are. So, yeah. I love it. And I will say this too. That's why the value of the meditation that you do every day, Espen, is so powerful. And there's one other tool as well that's very powerful, and it's called segment intending, pre-paving, or getting out ahead of it. Those are all synonyms, by the way. But it really allows us to deliberately embrace our becoming, because we're always going to be in a space of becoming. That is who we are, always becoming.
I love that, Jen.
Yeah.
That is so nice. And like we call this class, we are here now. And it's like a beautiful thing, because we are here now. And it's like from the source energy, it's always here now. We are here now. Mm-hmm. And it's always available. And it's always supporting, uplifting, and giving you the best. And we are here now. And just like knowing the freedom of we are here now, and nothing, we don't have to go back and try to figure out and fix from the past, because past is already gone. We are here now. And it's like we are here now for becoming more, and for feeling more, and to enjoying more. And we are here now for imagining and feeling good, and letting it happen, not try to make it happen. Then we go back, but letting it happen. We are here now for feeling it and experiencing it and moving on, and be in the and living in the moment by moment, and enjoying it as much as we can. And when we get pinched off, still we are here now to come back and to because alignment is always available, and it's free for us to come back and feeling again. I just love it so much to know that whatever was going on, and let's see if there's something contrast. So there's always energy that leads us into the present and forward focus. And still, if we don't feel it immediately, it is still here now, the energy of it, and it's still always open and free, and supporting, uplifting, and loving, and caring, and sharing, and giving you the best of it, and never depending on anything from what you've been doing or what you've been having. The beingness of it is always here now. And it's such a wonderful energy to just notice, and to just like, what a freedom. Like, it's so easy, gentle, and beautiful, and more to come. So
and more to come. So beautiful. Yeah, I love the words that you shared, Espen. And it really is. It is the being able to be right here and embrace our becoming, because we're always becoming, right? We're always becoming more. We're always becoming whatever we're focused upon, right? And I'd like to say we're always becoming that which we've asked for. Our inner being, the essence of who we are, is becoming all that we've asked for. It's always in that space. But in this physical form, we have the choice to align with that or not, because we're so free. We're so free, and that's a beautiful thing. And to recognize that our inner being is always in a space of feeling good, and to feel in alignment with who we really are. That just means feeling good. And when we feel off, that's a good thing too, because it lets us know, oh, our inner being, who we really are, is seeing or feeling or living this experience differently than we are. And we just feel that separation from our life force. And that negative emotion just says, relax, ease up, and feel and flow forward. Instead of sometimes what the natural tendency is when something feels bad is to, what is it? Let's look at the problem. We need to dig into this problem. But the one thing that we know, right, that when we ask, it is given. It's given. The moment we ask, it is given. The moment we experience any discomfort in any way, whether it's physical discomfort in our finances or our relationships, or a feeling, we don't have something that we want, maybe a feeling of lackfulness. The moment we recognize, I don't have that new car which I desire, our inner being goes, ta-da! Here, we vibrationally created this for you. Come this way, and we'll lead you on a delightful journey to the receivement of whether it's that specific car or something that vibrationally matches it, that may feel even better than that car. So, but it's available to us all the time. So really, really good.
Mm-hmm. That's so good, because like everything is for us, and when we have contrast, it immediately is expanding into the source energy of it for the feeling good of that aspect of. There is something unwanted, immediately there is something wanted coming into place from that, and we can choose, like you say, we can really choose what direction we choose to take, or to observe, or to feel. So it's like I love that you say we have the freedom, and when we deliberate more focus into to what feels good, and to be in that space, that's the momentum, that's flow, that's when you're just feeling things are easy and gentle, and giving you so many beautiful things, and you just like letting it happen, and have more the allowingness. Like that's the beautiful thing with the meditation. You have less resistance to who you are, and you allowing yourself to just feel your natural yourself with all that is, and feeling it, and then that energy just guide you on the way and help you on the way from whatever what you do in the moment.
Exactly.
Such a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I agree completely. Yeah.
And more to come.
And
You
more
just
to
have heard
come.
a lot, and it's always
Yeah,
good.
but it's so true.
It feels,
yeah, it's so true.
And it feels always so good to say it.
Yeah.
It feels better and better every day now. It's like, vibration. More to come.
So great. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Another way you can look at this too is just easily, because more to come feels so good. But, when you're in your life, you can say, am I under the influence of the problem or the solution? Your inner being is the solution. It's already vibrationally become the solution. What has more of your attention, the problem or the solution? Which one has a greater influence upon you? If you can feel the influence of the solution, the feel goodness of, ooh, that new car, or ooh, that more money, or that relationship, you can feel and align with those feel good feelings, and just flow forward in that way. That which you've asked for is yours. It's coming, and it'll be a joyful, delightful journey to it. Right? It will be something even better than your thinking mind could have conceived. And when I say that, it's because it's new. right? It's new. It's a brand new thing. It's a brand new way. Nobody within this universe has experienced exactly this path to becoming of that which you've asked. And you might say, well, there's everybody, people get new cars every day, but you may have your journey will be different to that new car than anybody else's. Unique onto this universe, because we're each unique. The perspective we hold is unique. And for some people, they just may have cash in the bank and write the check. For other people, it might be a delightful, way where money comes in, or a certain financing thing happens, or these pieces come in and this happens, and then, right? So it will be unique, and your feelings and the perspective and the whole situation will be unique. So appreciate your journey, appreciate the uniqueness of your becoming. In essence, appreciate all those for sure that have new cars, but no, you can't parrot anybody else's journey or do it exactly the way somebody else has, because your journey is uniquely yours. And embrace that and love that and delight in that and trust in that guidance. So
I love that, Jan. Yeah. Because we can. It's not about following other people. Everyone have different experience. Each and everyone. No one have the same story. No one have the exact same story. We all have it differently.
Mm-hmm.
So just like really, I love it. But it's good to have, like we have in Best Life. We have different perspective. But it's always allowing everyone to share their own feel good story, and it's always in a place of everyone like listening and everyone had the opportunity to share, and everyone have it differently, different experience, different ways of what they desire for, and still we are in the same source energy in the vortex, everyone co-creating together with this energy. And it's just expanding experience more and more relaxing and more enjoying of it. That's what I feel for myself, like more now every day it's more relaxing and enjoying it, more ease and gentle, and that's the kind of the energy we always have in Best Life. And I just feel the more to come, and more ease, more gentle, more easier for the desiring, creating those things, to letting it happen, and coming into place for letting it happen with just relaxing more, and then those things experience, we get the impulses and we follow our guidance, and it's just leading everyone in their own way. And it's such a wonderful thing to letting everyone have that space, because I cannot tell anyone you have to do this. I did this for a period of time, and if you do this, then it will work out fine. But everyone, maybe that person have a different path than I am. I'm living in Norway, and he's living in another country, and having a different things around him and circumstances, and also himself of having a different thought and feeling about it. So just for what I feel is like we feel our own alignment first, and then we share, and then we move on, and then it's like it's an open, free space.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's always leading for more, because there is no resistance to what we share. It's more and more alignment, and more everyone feeling their own alignment and share from that space. Alignment is alignment. It not create resistance to anything. That's what I feel so good in being a part of Best Life, because that's what I feel everyone are giving and sharing that space to each and everyone.
So great. It is. It is so great to embrace the beautiful becoming of us, to really love the life we're living, the experiences we're having, and to really tune into what feels good to us. And then to see how that feel goodness pours out onto our surroundings, and how the things that match us are attracted to us, versus trying to pursue something, trying to chase something. Right? It's a very different feeling. And if you've ever tried to chase something, just think about that. If you ever try to chase something, what does it try to do? It tries to run away. Right? It tries to get away from you, to avoid you. It doesn't like the feeling of being chased. because we're attractors. This is a law of attraction universe. So it's so much more powerful to embrace who you are, the feel goodness of who you are, and allow the law of attraction to match your vibration and to make, if you have to say it, call it work, because that's probably the best word we can use, but to make your work be to really tune to the vibrations, to the frequencies, to the feelings that feel good to you, to do it deliberately, to take the time to meditate just 15 minutes a day, right? Not like hours, like 15, maybe 20. If you're really feeling called to it on a particular day here or there, you could meditate twice, but not necessary, but to take the time to feel your connection, and then to deliberately, right, get out ahead of it or prepave during your day, set your intention for the segments, not so that you're setting out like a goal, right? Not like that. So you're telling the universe, I see it. I'm going to be seeing and feeling and experiencing joy, happiness, or whatever it is in this segment. I'm going to enjoy the delightful variety of, coming into this space. And, being pretty general with that and doing it throughout the day, doing it in a way that puts you ahead, that puts you in alignment with your inner being, right? With who you already vibrationally are. It creates the most delightful, forward flowing momentum of anything. And it really allows each of us to feel who we really are, which is deliberate co-creators. We are deliberate co-creators. And to just really be in a space of appreciation for all that is, even when something is like, oh, that was different than I expected. But when you're out ahead of it, that it's just going to add to the delight of the becoming. You don't see it as something to be concerned about or something to dig in, because you know that even in any and all contrast is solved the moment you witness it, the moment that you go, oh, this isn't my preference. Whoops, wasn't wanting a flat tire right now. Or whoops, didn't mean to have that argument. Or whatever it is. Because it's meant to be easy, this life process. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be joy. But we're so free, we can make it work, and we can make it hard, and we can if we want to. But I love that we don't have to. So, yeah, really great. I know. It's so fun.
No words.
Yeah, well, so good. Well, isn't it awesome? And I know, Espen, there was we talked about a couple wonderful selections to read today. So sure. I don't know if you're feeling that, but I feel like this might be a really fantastic segue into
Absolutely,
those.
Jen.
Yeah.
Let's read. I have you just got your guidance. You just from this is from the Law of Attraction book. And it's page 127.
Yes.
And it was just coming right to you, Jen. You just,
I felt it. So
good, Jen. You're so good at that. So, and I would say there's am I seeking solutions or observing problems? So I'm going to read from that section. So many would say, Abraham, do you mean that I should put my head in the sand? I should not look and see those who are having trouble. I should not look for an opportunity where I may be of assistance to them. And we say, if you intend to the assistance, your eye is not upon the trouble, but upon the assistance. And that is quite different. When you are looking for a solution, you are feeling positive emotion. But when you are looking at the problem, you are feeling negative emotion. You can be of great assistance to others as you see what they want to be, and as you uplift them to what they want to have through your words and through your attention to that. But as you see one who is down on his luck, as you see one who has great poverty or great illness, and as you speak with him in pity and sympathy about that which he does not want, you will feel the negative emotion of it, because you are a contributor to that. As you talk to others about what you know they do not want, you assist them in their miscreating, because you amplify the vibration of attracting what is not wanted. If you see friends who are experiencing illness, try to imagine them well. Notice that when you focus upon their illness, you feel bad, but when you focus upon the possible recovery, you feel good. By focusing upon their well-being, you allow your connection to your inner being, who also sees them well, and you may then influence your friend to improvement. When you are in connection with your inner being, your power of influence is much greater. Of course, your friends may still choose to focus more upon the illness than the wellness, and in doing so, may remain sick. If you let your friends influence you to thoughts that cause negative emotion within you, then their influence toward the unwanted is no stronger than your influence toward the wanted.
Mm-hmm. So powerful. Oh, I love that you read that, right? And it's exactly what we were sharing about. You know, what influence in your life is stronger? The influence of the problem or the influence of the solution? The solution that has already vibrationally been created, that is already in its, you know, it's already accessible. Your inner being has already become it, but physically it's already accessible to you always. And when we can absolutely, acknowledge, they have something, and then see them in that space of becoming, see them in their space of recovery or of health or happiness or those things, then we are opening up their ability to see and flow into their solution, into that which has already been vibrationally created for them. And sometimes that can be being very general. Sometimes that can just be being having fun with them, just taking their mind off of, in this example, they're talking about an illness. It might just be spending time laughing and maybe telling some jokes or some stories, being easy about things, talking, and sharing about things that feel good to them and feel good to you at the same time. Giving them a chance to feel, that lightness of energy, and allowing ourselves during that time to see them in a better space. That's the most powerful thing we can ever do for anybody. So often we try to be the problem solvers or be the solution. And so oftentimes we can be a cooperative component and be part of the solution for somebody. But just know that that solution is given. And we have the delightful ability to go on the joyful journey of the unfoldment of it. From our physical space of, being so aware of the problem, we only can exacerbate the problem. It's only when we tune into that real space of feeling connection, like we do in our meditation, like we do anytime we feel any positive vibrations, that we can, really make that positive flowing shift in the direction of that which we've asked for. So I love it. I love this selection. I love it. It's so beautiful. Yeah, really fantastic, Espen.
So good. And I know you're also having something to read from The Money and the Law of Attraction book
Yeah.
as well. And thanks a lot for that expansion. It's so beautiful that like always when we are in the well-being, the solution is right there. It's right in the moment and
Mhm.
in the well-being. And when you then offer and when you speak from that to other people, that can improve other people's feelings, emotion. And then when they're feeling emotion changes about what's going on, then it can change the whole condition about it.
Mhm.
Because when you are in the well-being, you cannot attract sickness in your body. When you are in the well-being, you cannot attract unwanted things into your well-being.
Mhm.
The
So
well-being
true.
is always forward focused and becoming more. So it always leads up for more and more of that well-being that it is.
Mhm.
So I love
So
that
true.
we never can find a solution in the problem
So true.
when we stay in our own problem. That's so true. And when we find our own alignment and when we are in our own alignment, there's always a solution offering coming to space for
Mhm.
whatever what surrounds you,
Mhm. Right.
because
Right.
that's what you feel inside of yourself.
Mhm. Always, 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 always. And thank you, Einstein, for really popularizing that concept. That was something that he shared, during his lifetime. Yeah, and I don't know the exact quote, but I mean, in essence, it was saying the frequency of the problem and the frequency of the solution are different. Right? You cannot solve the problem at the same, or the problem cannot be solved at the same frequency as you need a different frequency. That's where the solution is at. So I love that. And by the way, Einstein, amazing Einstein, who we credit for so many things of our advancement. uh, he was really known for, he loved what he did very, very much, but when he would come into a problem that he didn't feel a solution, he wouldn't just keep working away at it and pushing at it. He had a guitar that he loved, and he would go play beautiful music. He would go, this doesn't feel so good. So, and he'd go just play his music. And then in the process of playing his music and feeling so good, and maybe he was singing along or whatever, the solution would just come to him and he would go back. Right. So he had a delightful way of co-creating. And not many people know that, but that was how he really shined and shared his brilliance, because he didn't push up against things that were hard. He didn't try to hold himself in the solution of the problem and think, if I just pound and hammer away at this long enough, it's going to come. I need to effort more. I need to work harder. He said, nah, I need to change the channel. I need to change my frequency. And ta-da! And
I
we
love
can
that.
all appreciate all that he's done for us, for sure.
Absolutely.
Hmm. Yeah.
And that beautiful quote that logic would take you from A to B, but imagination would take you everywhere. It's the alignment.
Hmm.
It's the
Yeah.
energy of that flowing to you and through you. Because when you're letting it happen, the imagination just can expand. Because there is
Hmm.
no resistance to what's coming.
Hmm.
And when you're feeling good, you're always receiving beautiful feeling thoughts in your feelings, in your energy. And then the imagination also,
Hmm.
everything just expand more and more and more. And then new ideas and new things can come into that space
Hmm. Yeah.
for becoming more.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and that is such a beautiful space. Imagination is really glimpsing inside of your vortex. And
Mm.
when you're really in a frequency match to your vortex, you can really play with those pieces, right? You can really feel and flow in that becoming. It's something children do so, so easily. Sometimes as adults, we tend to do what adults like to do, which is turn things into work and make it hard and try and, I'm going to imagine to get to my solution. Or you could just imagine because it feels so good and allow it to come. So, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. And when you can take it more from the view of a child, where it's just so fun, it's just so
Mm.
freeing. Uh, then,
That's what Abraham would call daydreaming. Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
daydreaming imagination, it's very equal the same, because it's like you're letting it happen, you're letting your flow out the energy of imagine,
hmm
what's come there.
yeah, really, really,
It's
really beautiful.
it's something special about it. So I got a new feeling of the imagination now. It's like it's more into the daydreaming part, because the most beautiful, brilliant ideas, when I receive those, is when I'm just letting myself relax and daydream. And then
hmm
there's so many ideas and so many impulses, so many and then just like sit back there and relax. It's such a wonderful thing. And I understand that when Abraham said 99.99% of your day you should daydream, for example.
yeah,
She was very funny when she said it. It's like, okay, cool. Just sit back there and
yeah,
daydream, and it's
yeah,
because it's so powerful, because
hmm
you have all this energy, alignment energy flows through your imagination, and therefore also it's expands and grows more
hmm
and becomes more, and if you're feeling more, and then those things outside starting to attract to it. It's drawn to that. It's like the law of attraction is drawn to it. It must, because
hmm
it's a law, and
yeah,
all of this energy just cooperate with everything from within, and with all that and all outside. It's
hmm
inside equal the outside. It's inside that equal that things that.
hmm yeah. Well, I love
Yeah.
that you shared that, because it's all attraction. It's all attraction. That's why we say be kind to yourself, love yourself, appreciate
Mm.
yourself, feel good about the life that you're in. Segment and tend, the good feelings. Be mindful. Oops, apologize about that. Be mindful of the influence that you're under. Are you under the influence of the problem or the solution? you know
Mm.
and are you under the influence of what's physically happening around you, or are you under the influence of who you really are? And
I love that, Jen.
so beautiful. Yeah, me
You got
too.
a beautiful coffee in a beer. I'm just gonna tell you that everything works out fine. Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good. We Yes.
Right,
More to
yes,
come.
there's
Bye
more
bye.
to come. More to come. Yes. Oh, I love this so much. So great. Well,
That's how it works. The law of attraction is like you just get an inner calling.
right,
It's like, yes, sir.
exactly,
It's all good.
exactly. Oh, so fantastic. So, yeah, so when we were talking, there's a wonderful example of this, and they're referencing the book of positive aspects. And this is something that I really, really encourage. And I'm reading from the book, see if you can see it there, Money and the Law of Attraction. Um, Really, really fantastic book. And this is a real life example from Jerry and Esther. So you'll hear this is a little story about them, and really, really a beautiful awareness, that may connect to some aspects in your own life this may be of benefit to you as you flow forward. So, and the title, this is on page 33, and it says, Creating a Book of Positive Aspects. And it says, in the first year of Jerry and Esther's work with us, and us being Abraham, they were using small hotel meeting rooms in different cities within 300 miles of their home in Texas to provide a comfortable place where people could gather to address their personal questions with us. There was a hotel in the city of Austin that always seemed to forget they were coming, even though Esther had made arrangements with the hotel, signed contracts, and even called in the days just prior to the event to confirm. The hotel was always able to accommodate them, even though when they arrived, no one seemed to be expecting them. But it was very uncomfortable for Jerry and Esther to be in the position of urging the hotel staff to hurry to get the room ready before their guests arrived. So finally, Esther said, I think we should find a new hotel. And we said, meaning Abraham said, that might be a good idea, but remember, you will take yourself with you. Yeah, you'll take yourself with you. And Esther said, what do you mean? A bit defensively. And then Abraham explained, if you take action from your perspective of lack, meaning if you take action from the space of the problem, the action is always counterproductive. Okay, take that in. That is so powerful right there. If you take action when you're under the influence of the problem, the action is always counterproductive. Means it always works against you. Even though you might put a temporary Band-Aid on something, it's not going to be the sustaining solution that you desire, right? So just take that in. I'm going to read on. In fact, it is likely that the new hotel will treat you just like the last one did. Jerry and Esther laughed at our explanation because they had already moved from one hotel to another for the very same reason. Yeah, they were already experiencing it. And then Jerry and Esther said, what should we do? We encouraged them to purchase a new notebook and write boldly across the front cover of it, my book of positive aspects. And on the first page of the book, write positive aspects of the blank hotel in Austin. And so Esther began to write. It is a beautiful facility. It is immaculate. It is well situated, very close to the interstate with easy to find directions. There are many different size rooms to accommodate our increasing numbers. The hotel staff is always very friendly, etc. As Esther was making those entries, her feeling, not her thinking, her feeling about the hotel changed from one of negative to one of positive. And in the moment that she began to feel better, her attraction from the hotel changed. She did not write, here's what she didn't write in her book, right? She was just listing positive general things. She didn't write, they're always ready and waiting for us. Okay, that's trying to push something in place that you don't believe. She didn't write that because that had not been her experience. And writing that would have evoked a feeling of contradiction or a feeling of defense or justification from her, right? So you're not writing the book of positive aspects to try and make something happen or manipulate something. You're writing from a space of what you sincerely observe that you love. They love the location of the hotel. They love the way the facility looked. They love how friendly the staff is, etc., etc. By wanting to feel good, right? By wanting to feel good and by deliberately focusing her attention upon the things about the hotel that did feel good, Esther's point of attraction regarding this hotel shifted. And then something Esther found very interesting happened. The hotel never forgot they were coming again. Never again, right? Because she changed. Esther was amused to realize that the hotel had not been forgetting about their agreement because they were not because they were uncaring or disorganized. The hotel staff was simply being influenced by Esther's dominant thought about them. In short, they could not buck the current of Esther's negative thought. Right? So in essence, and there's one more paragraph here, but Esther was worried about it, kind of like, I wonder if they're going to forget us again. I wonder if this is going to be the same thing it was last time. And and this is each of us, not just Esther, but because her influence was so strong, that beautiful, loving, happy hotel staff couldn't buck that current. They were just being a cooperative component to match the vibration she was putting out so clearly, right? And that's for all of us. So that's why, if you find yourself worrying, take a deep breath, go do something else, let it go, go meditate. If it's a lot, take a nap or take a walk and gently shift. And when you're feeling better, or get in a space, start, listing out some positive aspects that you do believe. So, and I'll read this last paragraph. It says, Esther enjoyed her book of positive aspects so much that she began writing pages on many subjects of her life. We encouraged her not only to write about the things in which she was seeking improved feelings, but to write about the things she already felt mostly positive about. Just to get in the habit of good feeling thoughts and for the pleasure of good feeling thoughts. It is a nice way to live, right? And it's, it really is showing it's us. It's attraction. It's attraction. It's attraction. It's attraction. And if we're worried about something or feeling anxious about something, or if we're going, oh, remember what it was last time? It wasn't so good. That's what we're attracting. And it may not be the exact same situation, but it's going to be it's going to be feelings that will come to match that. And we always have control of this space, right? We always have an awareness of how we feel. And for some of us, we may have been tolerating things in our life. We may have gotten accustomed to feeling a little bit uncomfortable. We may be even have trained to be uncomfortable, right? There's a lot of training outside, in different realms that say you have to be uncomfortable. And I'm going to say only if you want to feel more uncomfortability. And because to be anything else, to say being uncomfortable is going to attract something comfortable violates every law in this universe. And you probably witnessed that because it is pretty strongly trained. There is some sayings that saying everything you want is outside of your comfort zone. I'm going to say not a chance. Not a chance. Couldn't even be possible. It has no logic in it. Everything you want is in the expansion of your becoming within your comfort zone. Everything you desire feels good to you. You don't want something because it's going to give you pain or stress or struggle. Ever. You don't.
I love it.
Yeah. Really good.
That's so good, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
I love the book of positive aspect, and I know you and Super Dave have this beautiful class now in Best Life about segment intending and those positive aspects, and I always say for myself, I'm doing it recently, and what a powerful, beautiful thing, just segment intending and writing just things down. You will be honest as well, not trying to manipulate, but just what feels best for you, what feels good for you to write. And a feeling around it, and it feels good to write it, and then just move on. And then with that energy, it's just like creating that environment, like very easy for you. And I feel like it come very easily. That's what I've been writing down. And it's so powerful to just writing down things that feels good, and then move on, like positive aspect, and see the best of everything. Because if there's something going on, like you say, you can't change it by try to avoid it. You can change. You can go against the resistance and having the solution of it. You find a way through. Find a way from your own alignment and look for something that feels good about what it is around that, and you find a way through it. Then the improvements immediately take place because you shifted your energy around. You trust me, not thinking and feeling the same thought about it. Now it's transforming change, and you're having a different experience from it, and therefore you get a different experience when you meet it again. Because
so
alignment are always alignment, and when you are in alignment, you don't feel misalignment.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
It's so beautiful that like the frequency thing. When you match up with the alignment, it's here, it's up there. When the misalignment is there, and but it's like it's a beautiful thing to just know, because we, like you say, we from the beginning we can choose in the direction of whatever would come our way. Do we want to be in the misalignment or alignment? Okay, it's nothing good or bad about it. We can just choose.
Mm-hmm.
And when we feel the alignment when it's good, and then we move forward with something else.
Mm-hmm.
Because we always have choices in every moment of whatever what comes our way.
Mm-hmm.
To feel a little bit better, feel good, or not. And that's like you say, that's a freedom.
Yes, yeah, it so is, and we always do. And to really align with the universal truth, right? That everything is always in a space of becoming, everything is always moving forward. You know, look at nature, look at all of the beautiful examples that we're surrounded with all day long. We always see the progression of everything. It's always becoming. You know, each day the sun rises and then it sets, but it's always progressively setting, and then it has its nighttime slumber, and then it rises and it sets. It doesn't go, well, I'm going to rise and then I'm going to set and then I'm going to rise again and set and then I'm going to try and go back to the middle of the night. It doesn't do any of those things. Nothing does. If you watch anything in nature, any plant that grows, it grows and it has its natural lifespan. And even when it comes into a space of, decay, maybe it's coming near its end of its life cycle, it's still, it does that in a space of progression. And most often those plants have seeds which give new life, right? So that plant isn't existing within that same plant body. It's existing coming forth from those new little seedlings, or however it's continuing its life expansion. So really, really, really beautiful. Everything is always in a space of becoming. And to know that everything that has preceded us, everything, all of it, has served you well. It's made you the beautiful person you are. And this place where you're at is the perfect place for you to become all that you've asked for and to realize and actualize all of it. And the only thing that can delay that process is if you start trying to do something really unnatural and dig back into things that have already passed, right? Or to try and worry about things that have not yet come. Because it is true. And Espen, you say it all the time. We always have our now. It's our now. It's our now. And remember, now is moving. It's moving. It's always in motion. But that's what we have. So to really be in that space. And no, you can't take a breath 5 minutes ago. So just take it now if you need one. Yeah. Yeah, right.
So good. I love
it. Yeah, right. And you can't beat yourself up because you didn't take a breath 5 minutes ago. And it doesn't do anything or anyone any good to apologize. I'm so sorry, body. I didn't take a breath 5 minutes ago. How can I make it up to you?
I'm gonna breathe now. And now,
yeah,
is it good now?
right? Yeah, exactly. And just do what you're doing. Do it in your now. Do it in that natural space of becoming, right? And be easy about it. Yeah.
I love that.
So
it's so funny to have the playfulness around it, because it's when you see the silliness of it, the funny, the silliness of it, it's so easy to move forward and just knowing it all is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's
right.
It's serious. It's life is for us. Life is full of joy and fun and ease, and
yeah,
when we feel that for ourselves with more and more, that's the path, and that's why we're here.
exactly.
We didn't resist to come here into this physical body. We come for allowing ourselves to be here and more to come.
Mm-hmm.
So I just love that like that beautiful download I got from just like, if I will resist to be, I'll resist. The beingness never resists. But if that is a truth of who I am, that I would not be here. But I would resist that. But and it's like the most nature of who we are is alignment. the most nature of who we are is the well-being. We become and allow for be here and feel more and do more and have more, and it's all taking place from who we truly are, the allowingness, the well-being, the alignment, and we don't resist it. It's a natural. It's the most nature of who we are. Therefore, we are here in physical form with this beautiful energy. And this energy is allowing, so it's so for us.
Exactly.
Every single moment.
Exactly. Oh, I love it. Yeah. So, and just know if you have some pattern thoughts within you, right? Beliefs, that's what they are. They're just thoughts you keep thinking. Know that there isn't some hidden thing that's sabotaging you in any way. The only things that have any impact on you are the things that you bring to your conscious awareness. So that's why I say all that has preceded you has served you well. All that has preceded you has served you well. So, but if you have some stuff that's coming up, just be easy about it. Gently allow yourself to feel better. Start writing about things that feel good to you. Don't even put, if it has stress on it, you don't write about that yet. Just write about something that you love. You write about maybe your partner in life or your pet, or maybe you have a beautiful car. You can write about that if people don't feel as easy, but begin starting to feel and flow in that direction and opening up those things. Those beliefs, they don't take that long to shift. But as long as you look at your beliefs as a problem, they take a long time to shift. But as long as you can say, all that has preceded as me has served me well, and I am, really flowing in the direction of that which I desire, I'm deciding where I focus. I'm holding my attention on the feel good feelings longer. And I'm doing the things that feel good to me more and more and more, right? Not that feel good to my neighbor or my partner or my kids even. They feel good to me, right? They feel good to me. Well, guess what? You might think, oh, then I'm going to be really selfish and I might do stuff that's not good for somebody else. Well, you won't. I guarantee you won't, because guess what? It won't feel good to you to do something that's harmful to somebody else. You won't even have any desire within you. So even thinking that by you feeling good could harm somebody else, not a chance. Because that action that you think may, if you're like, oh, I just want to go do this destructive behavior because it's going to feel really good to me. Guess what? It really wouldn't feel good to you in some way. So, and I know that may not have made clear sense, but just know when you feel good, it's good. When you feel the influence of your source and your becoming, it's good. When you're writing the positive aspects of things, focusing on the solution end of things, that's always good. And not trying to manipulate it, not trying to do the work that's already done by the universe, but instead just lining up, tuning yourself to that frequency so that those wonderful things can come into you. So you can be a delightful receiver and actualizer and realizer of all that you've asked. Yeah, really, really, really fun. Really, really good.
So good, John. Well,
yeah.
No words. Just feelings.
Yeah. So fun.
We have our own Abraham here.
You're so I love it.
Guidance, but it's so freeing. Everything you share, everything. And I would say thank you so much, Jen, for being a guest here. Thank you so much for everything you share. And with those things, I would say for myself also, it was more becoming and more understanding of all of this, what we co-create, and that's the more the becoming, sharing these stories, having those things we expanding on, and for ourselves to feel our own alignment through it, feeling our own energy through all of this. If it's something that resonates and you feel inside of something, you feel better and feel good inside when you hear those things. That's alignment speaking through. That's the alignment coming through.
Yes.
And becoming more and just letting you know that you are perfect where you are, and everything has served you well, and you becoming more and feel good now is always available, and we are now. We are always here now, and we're always supporting, uplifting, and sharing, giving, and loving, and caring about you every single moment. And we know that solution is always in alignment. You know, and segment intending and being aware of these steps, and be easy about it and feeling good through that. And when you do it and then do it, it's always leading up to more and positive aspects when there's something going on. Yeah, I can just start to write things. That's something easy and gentle that feels good around that subject or anything. And yes, it can change and transform, because when you feelings change around it and your thoughts, then the circumstances and the situation change. And yeah, we are the creator of our own beautiful journey, and we created with letting it happen, enjoying ourselves.
Yes.
You know, we don't make it happen anymore. We let it happen. We are easy about it, because that's source energy, downstream, beautiful feeling, always allowing you to be now and become more.
So beautiful. So well said, Espen. I love everything you said. Yeah. Just allow yourself to receive that which you've asked for. Allow it. How are you going to do it? By feeling so good. Ta-da!
Now we're going on the daydreaming part. It's so easy now. Just like, oh.
Yeah. Well, this has been so much fun, Espen. Oh my gosh. I love it. So great.
I love it. Thank you so much, Jan. And thank you everyone who's been listening here. Wow, what and time goes so fast. I don't know.
Yeah, we've been on over an hour. For sure.
It's so good, you know. You forgot about time and space when you are that worth is just like it's gone.
Yeah,
we're still here.
And we're still here. Yes. So good. And more to come. Right? And more to come.
More to come. More to come. Always. I love that. So thank you so much, Jen. Thank you for everything you've been sharing. It's so much beautiful. I have no words actually, but you know, it's so good at suiting in the energy, and it was so many beautiful things been sharing from you. Thank you, and for all of you viewers who are listening, here together also to co-create with your energy. We all co-create this together in our own way. Thank you so much, and we are all in this together, everyone.
Yes.
So it's we are connected and we're collected, and again, there's always more to come.
Always.
And feel good now, and yeah. So
awesome.
Something last shares, Jen, or?
Well, just thank you. You said it all so well, but thank you so much, Espen, for inviting me. Thank you, everybody who's tuned in live or is watching the replay. And just thank you for loving your life, for feeling your feelings, appreciating all of the guidance they are providing you, and to know that when you're feeling good, you're right on track. Always, always, always. So so I just love you guys so very, very much. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day.
Love you guys so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.